So I'm back ready for my next shelf, and I'm aiming again to clear the shelf in less than 20 minutes. And I thought you might like to see what I've got hidden behind my boxes, what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to give away and throw away. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of the little bits first. I know spray paint, I've got a box here, I think it's this one. It's got my spray paints in it, so I'm going to keep it all together. This box had, or it's got greetings cards, and it had some. If you followed my online flower arranging course, some of these images will be familiar to you because I had them made up into greetings cards. So I've got a huge box of those, so I need to put those together. So they're going to go in the other room for now. Mossing pins, and then need to go back in my mossing pin box. I was doing, going to film a YouTube video on reusing your champagne corks by making a garland. So that's the reason why I've been keeping all these corks. So I need to keep all those in the same place. And then this red dish came from the charity shop. It's a bit bashed now, and I've had to glue the plinth back on. I like using that in class because arrangements always look better when they've been lifted up a little bit. So that needs to find a proper home. Again, golden syrup cans make lovely little flower arrangements. Tins if you're into your recycling. I also use them as pen pots as well. And then white spirit for taking the tack off jam jars, and also sticky stuff removal, which is, I think it's the same thing. This cost me £1.50 and this cost me about £4.99. So obviously you need to be careful with those. I need to keep them ready at the side because I do like arranging with jam jar flowers. Another box of greetings cards, I think. They're envelopes, so I need to keep those nice and safe. I don't like them curling around the edges. And that box that's just falling over are envelopes for posting said greetings cards out. So I was selling those through Etsy and for my ladies to come to class as well. So that was the sturdy packaging for those. So that needs to be put to one side. And then the big box. So I have got some silk flowers here, some ranunculus, so they need to be put with my other silk flowers. Length of hessian, which again, when I was doing lots of flower arranging at Flower Club and themed evenings, it was quite handy to have the hessian. These days I tend to cut it up into strips and decorate it with my jam jars, so I need to keep that. This is a wedding dress. So when I do my wedding flowers, we get to dress up in this dress and hold our bouquets, and it just makes the photographs look slightly more interesting. I've got a wedding class coming up shortly, so I need to make sure I hang that up and get rid of the creases. So that can go in the my big blue bag ready for class. So I don't have to hunt for it. And here we are, the big box. I love fabric, I should say, before I show you what's in here. And I've got lovely napkins. When I first started doing my classes, my bespoke classes, I would lay the tables out. I used to hold the classes in restaurants and lovely places, and I used to lay them out as if we were having dinner. So everyone would get a napkin so they could wipe their hands during the course of the class, and I would lay out their scissors and their knives for cutting the flower frame. So I'm going to keep those because I think they're really lovely. But I think time has come to get rid of these bits and pieces. I just love that. It reminded me of an apron I made when I was at primary school. But that's going to the charity shop, and I've got drapes as well. I think I was doing something about spiced India or something like that. And then inside here I've got loads and loads of spray paints. I'm going to leave them there, and I think I'm going to transfer them. I've got a basket on the side, a metal basket. Put them in there. The problem is, if I stack them up too high, the box is too heavy to take down. And in this box, I can't see through it, so I can't see what I've got. So I think if I put them into the wire basket, I can have them there. At least I can see what's there and I can rummage around a bit more. And then the next box, I've got sisal and sort of angel hair, which the children like using at Flower Club, in all shapes and sizes. It's pretty pulled up cellophane. It's great for packaging. I might give that to the charity shop. and then some class samples making collars to arrange our flowers through, so I shall keep hold of those. And this box is full of wool. So the subtle colours are for me and the really bright colours are for the children at Flower Club, so I think I will go through that and pass on some of those balls of wool. That's a bit dull for flower arranging really. But these texture balls are quite nice to use, so I will go through that and sort through. And look at that, a Knitting Nancy, 50p that costs me, and I think I'll pass that on to the charity shop. It's just been sitting in that box. So I need to go through that and get rid of all those bits, so thin that down a little bit. And then folders. These are left over from an arts project I ran and needed feedback, so it's folders for that, and also a project I ran for the elderly about engaging, you know, thinking about memory through flower arranging. And this was my reflective journal, blank pages, but it's really handy with lots of colour pens, talking about what went wrong and what could be improved and the thoughts of the people that joined the class. So I quite like that as a memory. And again, the large print handouts, so I shall keep those safe. And then there's some pipe cleaners, really handy to use as an alternative to wiring when you're adding things into your Christmas stories. So I'm going to go through those and sort them out colour by colour and make sure I can take those to Flower Club. And then there's things as beads. I've had these beads since I was about 10 years old. Tiny, tiny beads. And this little box as well. I can't bear to get rid of them. So I'm going to keep those. And then polystyrene balls. So these are the balls. I remember in the previous video I was showing you how I were using the hammers to nail in the pearl-headed pins. So I need to use those up and take those to Flower Club. More pipe cleaners. So a box of polystyrene balls, so I should make sure I use that up. And the problem when you're having storage is, unless you label what's on the box, you can't tell what's there, and you forget about it, and you forget to use it. So I'm going to sort through that. I don't think actually there's much I'm going to throw away, but it just needs to be reordered so that I've got more space, so that I don't get in such a pickle when I come back from my classes and everything's got a home. So I'll leave it there for now. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you've got any comments about how your decluttering is going, do leave me a comment below. And of course, if you're enjoying the flower arranging hint, tips, chats and behind the scenes look at what goes on here at Julie Davis Flower Workshops, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you again soon.